Boys and girls, welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode, we did everything in Novak. We have Boone as a companion. The only thing we didn't complete, because it's not really Novak specific, is the quest for Manny Vargas, Come Fly With Me, where he wants us to go deal with the ghouls coming from the REPCONN test site, which is what we are going to be doing today. Now. The reason Manny gives you this quest is to go take care of the ghouls, come back to Manny, and then he will give you information about Benny and the Great Khans and where they were going in turn for your duty of going to REPCONN. I have actually already progressed that plot because the last episode when I was doing the investigation for Boone, I came into Manny's room and there's a terminal that he's conveniently sitting at right now, which is unlocked and it's not a crime to look at. If you just open this and read Message Con Hospitality, that opens this, and then you can just read that and you can progress the plot without having to go to REPCONN for Manny, but we're gonna do the mission at REPCONN anyway because, one, experience, and two, I'm trying to do everything in the game, so we're going to go have some fun at the REPCONN test site, but for those of you that missed last episode, go watch last episode. And if you're wondering why the plot might not progress the correct way, it's because I've technically already progressed it by looking at the terminal. So we are going to make our way to REPCONN. How close am I to a level up, by the way? A few kills off of a level up. This game with the J. Sawyer Ultimate Edition and some of the restored content has actually gotten relatively difficult compared to base New Vegas. Mind you, I'm not even playing on that hard of a difficulty. I think I'm playing on normal, just because J. Sawyer Ultimate Edition and the restored content has definitely made the game tougher by just default, because, like I said, not even on a high difficulty, and I'm getting to Novak was, like, basically fighting a war. What is this? Is it here? I'm just kind of walking around looking at stuff while I talk, but we'll eventually get to the REPCONN test site. What's going on over here? Who are you? Alright, you had 2 bottle caps. I appreciate that. You had frag grenades. Take your shotgun ammo, and then I'll take your rat away. There's also shovel. I can't take shovel. I can look at shovel with gun, but I can't take shovel. I'm assuming this is supposed to be an Easter egg for something, but the wild wasteland thing didn't trigger. Like, obviously, the environmental storytelling is this guy was trying to get through this mountain, and he was using explosives and a shovel. And I know that because the shovel is something that I just can't take with me. So if anybody knows what that story is, by all means, let me know, because I don't get it. Alright, so we explored a little bit, went off the beaten path. I want to level up because, one, I need to get my science up for the REPCONN test site, for sure. So just a double reason for me to want to level up is because I just need the game to be easier. Having Boone is going to make that way easier, because Boone kills everything. Can't run away. I also can't pull my gun out. Boone, thank you. My gun will not come out.
It's over.
Oh, well. That was not fun. I don't know what was wrong. My gun would not come out of its holster. So we need science for...
Guess we made it.
Yes, we made it.
All mine.
Go ahead, Boone. Take him out, bro. The ghouls have zero interest in coming after Boone, they're just here to fight me. Anyway, for the 7th time, we need science because towards the end of this quest we have to pass some science checks to get the best possible outcomes for everything, and also make the quest a little bit easier. So unfortunately, the feral ghouls that are sprinting at us right now, being 5 XP a pop, aren't really going to be much for us.
Guess we made it.
But any amount of it... You kind of scared me. I guess you're supposed to be here, and you're probably here in the vanilla game, but you definitely scared me, dead ghoul. That isn't labeled as a bright follower for some reason. I plan to keep a companion around with me for the rest of the playthrough. If it turns out to be stupidly easy, I might up the difficulty a bit. But we will see. We will see how easy having a companion makes everything. Dead Nightkin. It also might start to get to the point where I need to keep Boone as like a personal pack mule because there's going to be a lot of stuff going here. Gotta very carefully go through and get all the bottle caps without taking the chessboard. This is the game better than the game they were playing. Because I still have no idea what my button to maneuver and pick up things is, so I can't just pick up the chessboard and dump everything. Frag mines, no thanks. Locker 3 bottle caps for show. Nothing in there. Energy cells, thank you. I'm just gonna unlock this for the XP. Oh, dude, I never dropped this minigun. It's basically broken and it's not worth anything. I'll just get it out of my inventory. I was gonna sell that back in Novak, but honestly, it's not worth anything, so... It was a thought I had a few minutes ago, and I was talking at the beginning of the episode about how the mods are impacting the game. Don't know if I actually finished the thought. The lack of stim packs in the J. Sawyer Ultimate Edition is criminal. Ooh, a cowboy repeater. I bet most people don't even come up to this top part of the thing whenever they come into the REPCONN site. There's a lot of good stuff up here, and there's 2 stim packs on this table. Thank goodness. That'll give me enough healing after one fight with a ghoul that sneaks up on me. But let's make our way towards this facility a little bit more. We're past the first 2 checkpoints. See what we can get ourselves into over here. Help me out here, Boone. There's one more dude behind the sign that I guess Boone can't see.
Take him out.
Either I'm just missing or this ghoul is insanely tough. I was just missing. Alright, fair enough. Also, for those of you wondering, because I'm sure there are some people that are wondering and missed last episode, this is not that gun. This is just a 5.56 pistol added in by the Gunrunner's arsenal. I know that might seem stupid because I just came from Novak and I didn't get that gun. I plan to get that gun whenever I go back there for the quest that we're doing right now. Because one of the outcomes, you can talk to Cliff Briscoe and get a bunch of stuff that'll actually complete one of the quests that the dude we're about to talk to inside will have us do. Why did my weight just go to 446 out of 110? What did I just pick up that was that heavy? Dude, did that guy I just loot have 44 laser rifles? Did I misread that? I saw the 44 and just assumed it was ammunition. I didn't bother reading that he had 44 laser rifles in his inventory. Dude, I just got pranked. Good prank, developers or mod creator, whoever did that. There's no... Hold on. I'll figure that out when I'm editing. Did I just pick up 44 laser rifles? I mean, bro, respectfully, you can have that back. I don't need it. I have no need for 44 laser rifles. And then I give it back to him and it's only 1? And now my weight is back under control. What is going on here? Oh, because it's separated. Yeah, that dude had 40-something laser rifles on him. Okay, whatever. I guess if you're doing a energy weapons run of this game, talk to this dead ghoul at the REPCONN test site, because he knows a guy. He is the guy that he knows. He talks to himself every day in the mirror like I do. That was interesting. Appreciate you, Boone. Baby Boom Boy. Are these guys just called dead ghouls because we haven't discovered that they're Bright followers yet? Is that how it works in the vanilla game? Because in the mod, or the added content mod, I keep saying added content, restored content mod, the ones we encounter in the wild are already labeled as deranged Bright followers. I don't know, let's go inside and see what's going on.
Hey, over here. Are you listening? Go to the big room on the east side of this building and take the metal staircase all the way up. And hurry.
We're just gonna listen to him. We're not gonna ask questions, because we're not gonna get answers. I will take the free stealth boy, though, as we get ran up on. Presumably. You know what, Boone? You shoot while I loot. That's how we'll do this. I did not want that robe. So much looting. Totally not what we're supposed to be doing, but the amount of free stuff I just can't resist. Oh, and if you come into this room that had a locked door, there's the hunting revolver on the floor. I'll take that. Good. Okay, Boone, go slice and dice. And some more microfusion cells on top of it, and an easy lock safe. What is in easy lock safe? 10mm pistol, ammo. Actually, nothing bad. Nothing we necessarily need, but definitely stuff I'll take. I have a feeling the J. Sawyer Ultimate Edition gives you a lot of stuff and you're meant to craft a lot of things. Because like I said at the beginning, or towards the beginning-er part of this episode, there's not a lot of stim packs in this game now. But there's a hella stuff to make drugs. Whether those are stim packs or not, that's up to you. I forgot how trolly REPCONN was with so many locked doors that just lead to rooms with other locked doors. We'll get to the main quest eventually. I'm just kind of exploring and getting all the XP and loot I can. And just like that, we're into the main part of the facility, which we were supposed to get to. Boone took a flank route. I actually don't know where Boone went and came out of, but he took a different way than I did. And we are here.
Alright, Smoothskin. I'm letting you in. You better watch yourself. I'll sure as hell be watching you.
Okay, voice.
God, but are you ugly. Get upstairs and talk to Jason before I throw up just from looking at you.
Where can I find Jason?
The Great One can be found upstairs. Don't think about wasting his time. He's very important. He should feel lucky to be granted some of his time.
Yeah, Chris, that's what everyone says about everybody in this game. But the thing is, nobody really knows those people outside of, like, your group, so... Like, if I go back to Novak and ask Manny Vargas who's important in Novak, y'all know about Jason Bright? I'll probably say no. Chris, you went a different way than I went, just like Boone did last time, but it is... Jason, why are you going down, bro? Ah, yes, Fallout New Vegas is New Vegasing again. Jason, come back. Talk to me.
Hello, Wanderer. Please forgive us our humble surroundings. Our true home awaits us in the far beyond. Have you come to help us complete the great journey?
Technically, I've came to stop you from bothering Novak, but sure, great journeys are cool.
And they've been shooting them down like animals, haven't they? Those ghouls were members of my flock, even after the madness consumed their minds. We never let them wander free. We kept them safe on the first floor. We kept them contained. The demons must have let them out, somehow. And now they are lost forever, denied the salvation and healing glow of the far beyond.
Jason.
Please, Wanderer, bear in mind that every feral ghoul you spare now is one that we can save later.
First of all,
once the way is clear,
we're still talking.
Our feral brothers and sisters will accompany us on the great journey. If there are any left.
Okay, first of all, if they wouldn't attack me, I would have zero problem not shooting them and putting them down. Second of all, why do you say somehow they're getting out like it's a mystery that you left the front door unlocked? Whatever, though. Tell me more about these demons. Who are you, the Great Journey? What about the demons? Let me know about these demons.
The demons appeared from nowhere. Except it might be more accurate to say they never actually appeared at all. The demons are invisible. Where one of them stands, the most one sees is the air shimmering, like sunlight on water. They set upon us as we were on our way to worship one morning. We had just entered the basement. My flock fought bravely and killed a few, but at such cost. Nearly half of us died or went missing. The rest of us retreated up here. One of the demons raved at us, but they have not tried to attack us since. Still, their demonic presence brought all progress towards the great journey to a standstill. But now you have come. Once again, the Creator has sent a human to help us across a seemingly insurmountable obstacle.
Dear Lord, I do not remember Jason saying this many words. You are talking so much, bro. Say one of the demons raved at you? What about the Great Journey? What's the deal with the human to let me in? Let's stay on topic. What about the demons?
Yes, over the intercom. Threats of death should we step outside. Guarantees of safety should we stay locked away. It went on for hours, and did not always make sense. But that was the first day only. Since then, silence. Will you drive away the demons, Wanderer?
I'll take care of the demons for you.
Praise the Creator. Bless you, Wanderer. Bless us all. As soon as the underground has been rid of demons, preparations for the great journey can resume.
Okay. So we're not even going to bother asking about Chris. Everybody is aware of the elephant in the room. We can talk about that later whenever we get to that part. There's a ashtray and a cigar. Someone was having a good time. The raw recording for this episode is going to be so long because I spent so much time looting. Editor Tuck, have fun with this episode because your dumbass went looting for about 30 minutes. Anyway, down to the basement we go to take care of the demons, which have been hinted at as being nightkin because they were scattered throughout the first floor, and invisible, they had stealth boys, so down to the basement we go. And then, Boone, we are about to have fun.
If you want to use a scope, I can spot for you. Keep you on target.
I've never heard you say that, but I appreciate you being my spotter, Boone. So the nightkin are invisible. But if we just skirt this way, this should be the room that has Davidson.
What's that, Antler? We have a visitor. An assassin, more like. I say kill it, Antler, for safe's sake. Hmm? Okay, Antler, I'll ask. Hi, human. Why you come here?
Who is Antler? I came on behalf of the ghouls upstairs. Yeah, ghouls upstairs came to talk to you.
A human who is friend to ghouls? Suspicious. You mean the ones upstairs? Antler used intercom, told them stay put, but they want to come down in basement anyways. I cannot allow. My kin are not right in head like I am. They attack you on sight. Ghouls too. They crazy. Your ghoul friends have to wait until you find what Antler brought us to get.
I can help. Yeah, like, I think it's known, or I might be talking out of my ass here, that all Nightkin, because of the stealth boy used to have, like, developed schizophrenia. So Davidson is schizophrenic as fuck, but I don't think he realizes that. The rest of the Nightkin, they don't care to even acknowledge that schizophrenia might be a thing. So whatever, I can help you.
Good. Antler brought us here for a reason. Why was that, Antler? Right. A piece of paper. Shipment invoice. Hundreds of stealth boys sent here a long time ago. But stealth boys must be in the one room. One we don't search yet. The one we can't search.
Why can't you search the last room?
A ghoul, but not squishy like others. This ghoul is tough. I thought Antler said, send my kin into that room, but 3 died. Ghoul is a crack shot and set traps too. After I realized I heard Antler wrong, so I locked the door to keep kin out and wait for Antler to tell me what to do. Then you come along. Antler says you are solution.
I've never gone down that dialogue tree before. Antler obviously is the skull on top of the coffee machine in front of us. It doesn't talk. It's just Davidson's schizophrenia splitting his personalities. Davidson thinks the Antler told his Nightkin to go into the room, so he's pushing the blame of him giving the order off onto Antler. That's interesting. I'll find the stealth boys.
Yes, Antler says we leave here as soon as we get stealth boys. Let me give you key. Antler had me lock the door. The ghoul inside, not expecting a human. Maybe he don't shoot you. Maybe he will.
Alright, so we get the key from Davidson. We're gonna drop a quick save, because he's peaceful right now, but if you do anything to Antler, that changes. So quick save dropped. We're gonna knock Antler off, and he goes hostile. So, in case You ever wondered what happens if you touch Antler? That is what happens. But for only 10 XP, we're just gonna not do that, because we're gonna do this the correct way. We're gonna complete the quest in the nice way. So back in Universe A, where Antler is still on the coffee machine and Davidson is still not mad at us, we are going to dip and go talk to the ghoul, whose name I can't remember, but whenever it pops up, I guess I'll know.
Come and get it, you big dumb. Hey, you're not one of those things out there. Who the hell are you?
Harland is his name. Jason sent me down here to get rid of the demons.
And I bet he told you it's the Creator's will for you to risk your ass, instead of him, right? Well, good luck with that. I'd give you a hand, but no thanks. I may look like a corpse, but I'm partial to living.
I'm looking for a stash of stealth boys in this room.
A stash of stealth boys? Are you kidding me? If there was some big stash of devices in here that made you invisible, do you really think we'd be having this conversation?
Can I come up there and look? Maybe you missed the stealth boys, you don't look like the other ghouls. How did you end up trapped down here? Sure, how did you end up trapped?
First off, I'm not trapped. This was a tactical choice, alright? I'm no match for those things out there. So I found a good defensive position, and I've been defending it, right? Oh, who am I fooling? I'm trapped. Name's Harland. Pleased to meet you. What happened was, I was escorting folks down to work when those things attacked us. Most of the fight was upstairs, but some folks panicked and made for the basement, and I went after them. Well, turns out there were even more of those bastards down here than upstairs, and things went to shit fast. I couldn't find the others, so I fell back to this room and set up a nice little kill zone. End of story.
How do I get you out of this room?
Huh. Well, you're polite. I'll give you that. If this was just between you and me, I'd do as you ask. But it's not. I had a friend with me when those mutant bastards came out of nowheres. She panicked and ran the wrong direction. Further into the basement. She's probably dead. But I ain't leaving until I know for sure. I'd have gone looking myself, except I wouldn't last a minute out there. You, on the other hand, seem pretty resourceful. Find my friend, and I'll get out of your way.
I will try to find your friend.
Thanks. Let me know what you find out. Here's hoping she's okay.
So, what seemed to be a simple quest turned out to not be a simple quest, because now we have to go into the basement anyway to fight all the Nightkin. And they're still hostile because Davidson apparently has no control over his own troops. Which is super, super unfortunate. But Davidson and Antler don't seem to care that I'm just killing his Nightkin.
I see you, human.
Eat this.
So we have to fight our way down, unfortunately. The Nightkin jailer needs to not do what he's doing. Oh, Boone one-tapped him. Of course Boone one-tapped him because he was tanking my plasma shots, so that's fun. So take that, take the jail key, and you can keep everything else, bro. As we work our way down into the actual jail part of the jail. I went into the incorrect room. And unfortunately, here is Harlan's friend. She did not make it. And I might be mistaken, but I don't think there's anything else of interest down in the jail part, so we're just gonna work our way back up and back up to Harland. We'll let him know the bad news, he will get out of our way, and then we can go into the room and look for the thing that Davidson wants to look to, and honestly, all things considered, if we can get back without fighting anybody, that's a relatively simple run of this dungeon, because what was that, only 2 Nightkin we fought? It was only 2, right? We didn't... Okay, no, 3. We did fight that guy.
Did you find my friend?
Unfortunately.
I see. Well, spare me the details. Damn it. I'm gonna miss that crooked yellow smile. Alright. You did your part, so I'll do mine. Look around up here if you want. I'm gonna make a break for topside.
Good luck, brother. Now I have to avoid your traps, I think. I'm gonna wait for him to leave before I try to disarm his traps, or I can step on them. That works pretty well, too. He will come over here and take Harlan's ammunition. So, as we have read in the terminal, the Stealth Boys were sent here by mistake, or them being here led to mistakes, because it appears people are using them for workplace shenanigans that aren't necessarily fun for everybody. So that is what it is. There's not much else to loot in this room. The ammunition was probably the most important thing, so we're just going to go back to Davidson now. So let's hook a Larry, go back into the room with Davidson, and let him know the bad news.
Antler sings for Stealth Boys. Have you found them?
Yes and no. There's no stockpile of Stealth Boys in this building.
Liar! The invoice said Stealth Boys here. Antler read it out loud to me.
Stealth Boys were sent here by mistake, then sent back.
But invoice note said Stealth Boys were here. Why can't that note be true? What, Antler? But human could be lying. Is stealing the Stealth Boys for itself. Oh, Antler, you trust so easy. Your lucky day, human. Antler, believe you. Nightkin will follow the new note to find Stealth Boys. Better be there.
I mean, even if they're not, I know damn well you're not doing anything, and as Davidson leaves, he took Antler with him. Thank you, Antler, for being the reasonable one in this relationship, which means we can go back to Jason now, let him know the basement is safe, all the Nightkin are leaving, and by the time they get back down here, they will all be gone. They're no longer hostile now for some reason, but whatever. So back we go, and there's Harlan, who just now made it out. Let's follow Harlan. Are we going to the same place? Harlan technically isn't a part of the Bright Followers, he just kind of stuck around with a bigger group than himself for survival reasons, so I'm not sure why he's going back up here. I don't think he goes along for the Great Journey, could be wrong. But he came up here with everyone else, so... Jason, my man, my glowing boy, what's up?
Is the way clear?
Yep.
Praise the Creator, and bless you, Wanderer. The way is clear. I will lead my flock through the basement to the sacred site. I hope you will come find us there, Wanderer. There is much to be done.
And of course, because it's Fallout, you have to go back to where you just came from to, talk to the people who are just here. So, now that this room is completely empty, even though everything in this room is marked as stealing, I'm taking it because they're ghouls. Although that might have been for Chris, I'm not necessarily sure. But either way, I'm gonna say that I need it more than they do. Oh, anyway, back down to the basement we just came from and into a deeper part of the basement to add insult to injury in what I just said. So we go back the way we just came, literally in every sense of the word, hook our Roger into the room where Davidson and Antler was, just keep trucking through this room, and there's now a door that leads to a down part that we keep taking down. There's a lot of conductors here. If you want scrap to sell, this room is really full of stuff. And somehow, even though y'all got a head start on me, you are just now getting here as I'm getting here.
I waited to speak with you one last time before I descended to the launch pad, Wanderer. I want you to know that we will remember for all eternity how you delivered us to the threshold of the Great Journey. Our preparations are nearly complete, but the rockets that will carry us to salvation are yet missing vital components. If you would still help us, Wanderer, speak to Chris. He can tell you what is missing. There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you, always.
It's time to address the elephant in the room. Let's talk about Chris.
After all that you have done for us, I suppose you deserve to know everything. When Chris came to us, we tried to convince him that he was human. But this only angered him. He seemed lost. We decided to let him stay with us for a few days, over the course of which we learned that his technical skills far surpassed our own. It became clear that the Creator had sent him to us, to ensure the success of the great journey. Equally clear was that Chris should labor in blessed ignorance of his humanity, and his inability to make the journey himself. It is no coincidence that two humans have been vital to the success of the great journey. It is my belief that the Creator sent you and Chris to expiate the sins of your kind against mine. Your redeemers both.
So you're gonna leave Chris behind? I mean, he literally can't go, but let's ask.
Such is the Creator's will. Vision upon vision has shown me that, were Chris to accompany us, he would die in minutes. The radiation around the launch pad alone would kill Chris in minutes. The radioactivity of the far beyond is much stronger.
I mean, I don't really care. None of my business.
Chris shall be declared the saint of the great journey before we depart. I hope this will ease his sadness.
Probably not. He's been completely flim-flammed and bamboozled by the only people that, like, he would consider family, so I'm sure that's gonna sting quite a bit, but what is this far beyond? I genuinely do not care. Goodbye, Jason.
There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer.
You can pay me.
Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you, always.
And Chris spawns in behind us as that awkward conversation about him ends. What do you need, Chris?
Hey there.
Hey there.
Jason says that I am to cooperate with you on the final tasks necessary to launch the great journey.
For a second, I thought Chris's eyes were closed, like he was talking to me smugly. No, I just think his eyes look like that. What do you do here? The great journey will use those rockets. How can I help?
I was close to completing work on the rockets before we were driven into hiding on the top floor. 2 components were missing. A quantity of isotope 239 igniting agent, and a set of thrust control modules. The igniting agent is highly radioactive and decays quickly. That's why we can't use the drums that leak down on the launch pad. It's no longer potent enough. I need you to find an intact, shielded container of the igniting agent. As for the thrust control modules, they were custom built for these rockets. They won't even launch without them.
I'll track down, well, both of them, but I'll track down the igniting agent.
Very well. We don't need a huge amount. 2 to 3 liters should be enough.
Time for me to go.
Later.
We're not going to talk to him about the great journey and him not going yet. I'm sure he knows. I am going to go back to Novak and talk to the homeboy Cliff Briscoe. So the quest marker is taking you to someplace over there. That's like a really radioactive and enemy-dense area. You don't have to do that. I'm sure most of you that have done this quest know that, but you don't have to go over there, even though that's where the quest wants to go. Like I said, we are going to go talk to Cliff Briscoe in the Dino Bite gift shop.
Welcome to the Dino Bite gift shop. My name's Cliff. If you're here for the T-Rex figurines, you're just in time. There's still a few left.
Sure there are.
Well, there's T-Rex figurines, of course. That's our bread and butter. We also have an assortment of the REPCONN factory souvenirs, rockets, things of that nature.
Tell me more about the souvenir rockets.
They're scale replicas of the real thing. Very detailed. Got a liquid in them that makes them glow. From what I hear, REPCONN used to give them out on tours of their HQ up in Henderson. But I guess they had to stop after the first few kids thought they were filled with Nuka-Cola and drank it down. The papers had a name for the condition and everything. They called it the REPCONN shakes. Those were bad times for Robco.
How did they end up here?
Well, they unloaded what they had left on the Dino Bite as a tax write-off, but that was before my time. Plenty of demand for them, seeing as how they're one-of-a-kind collector's items, but I might still have some in back.
I'm sure you do. I would like to buy all your remaining rocket souvenirs.
Really? I never thought I'd see the day. I mean, the day I'd part with them for such an incredibly low price, with so many other offers flooding in. But I like you. I think maybe it's time. All that's left is in the storage room here. You can buy the key from my store.
And if your barter is high enough, you can just do that. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to buy it from him, because I don't think I have anything that can boost my barter. You can buy the Dinobite storeroom key for 109 caps, which isn't gonna really put a dent into my pocket, so if you have the barter, he'll just give it to you. Otherwise, it's 109 caps in my playthrough. I'm not sure what it would be for you. So now that we have the key in our inventory, we can just open this back door, and then we can have all of the rockets that we want. They have no weight, and then you can just sell whatever Chris doesn't take, I suppose. However, be aware that this room is radiated, so... Alright, that's enough. Cliff, I'm going to close your door for a second and steal that gun. That is another benefit to coming into this room. I'm now over encumbered, so let me combine some stuff in my inventory.
Come on in.
I've already been here, but we're leaving, actually, so... That is the igniting agent that you need. And it's still telling you to go... Actually, now it's telling me to go back to the REPCONN test facility, I think, but... We're gonna do 2 birds with 1 stone, because... We're gonna make our way down past No Bark Noonan's house to the Gibson scrapyard, just to save ourselves a trip, because we're gonna go back to Chris, and he's just gonna tell us to come right back here anyway, so... We're gonna go talk to Old Lady Gibson to buy the other parts, and thankfully it is during the daytime, so she is outside, and we can just talk to her.
Hi there. I'm Old Lady Gibson, or so they tell me. I've got odds and ends for sale, and I'm pretty good at fixing things, too. You might have noticed the very large building just north of here. That's Helios 1. The NCR runs the place, so it's off limits to prospectors.
As you can see, the first option of dialogue for her is, do you have any thrust control modules from REPCONN in stock?
As it so happens, I do have some thrust modules, but they're expensive. 500 caps worth of expensive.
And again, you need barter and speech to talk her down in price. Otherwise, it's 500 caps, which I'm just gonna pay because I don't think I can boost either of those.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Again, my character is a little under-leveled for this part of the game, just because the way the J. Sawyer Ultimate Edition rebalanced the perks and point distribution system, so my character is going to be under-leveled for what most people would have at this point in the game, but it is what it is. It just adds a new level of difficulty, or you just have to super-spec your character. But either way, 2 birds, 1 stone. We didn't have to do the thing of going to talk to Chris and coming back, so now we can just fast-travel back to REPCONN, and then go talk to Chris again. And I'm gonna try my best to just find the manhole cover over here so I don't have to go back through the main entrance. Alright, now we're back in the basement and we can talk to Chris.
Have you found the components we discussed?
I have.
Yes, that's isotope 239, all right. And there's enough here to launch the rockets. Now all I need is the...
Well, you're in luck, Chris. I have those too.
Indeed you did. And they seem to be in excellent condition.
The rockets are set to go, right?
Yes. I'll tell Jason that the great journey can begin.
And I thought I would have to tell Chris about what's about to happen, but he's about to find out from the source.
The great journey can begin.
Gather all. May the Creator guide my words and help me speak true. The Almighty Creator has seen fit to answer our prayers. The time has come for us to board the rockets and begin the great journey. Though it may seem that all humans despise us, the Creator has seen fit to instruct us differently. The journey ahead would have been impossible if not for the intercession of 2 human friends, one new, the other a long, abiding companion. To our new friend, we say thanks, and promise never to forget how he cleared from our path the demons who sought to stay our journey. But to Chris, We owe more than thanks. Chris, you have made this great journey a reality. From this moment forward, you will be remembered as the saint of the great journey. We shall never forget you. I ask that you forgive us, Chris, and give us your blessing. And we bestow ours upon you. Seekers, board the rockets. Take your seats. The great journey awaits. To the promised land we go. To the far beyond.
And damn, Jason talks way too much. That was the truth bomb, though. Chris, how you holding up?
Did you hear him? My God, you were right all along. I'm no ghoul. They were just using me.
The scriptwriter and Chris assumed that we actually went down the path of dialogue, that we questioned whether Chris was actually a ghoul or not. I didn't care to ask. I'm just living my life and I'm doing what I'm told to do. I don't care if he's a human or not, but Chris just found out. They take you if they could, Crispy, you die.
And dying would be worse than this? Used up and thrown away like garbage?
They're going to revere you as a saint, Chris.
Oh, so I've redeemed the human race, is that it? What a crock. The human race can't stand me.
That's not true, Chris. You're alright.
So, you want me to accompany you on your adventures across the wasteland, is that it?
Absolutely not. There's a little town called Novak down the road.
Life among humans again? That's what you're suggesting? I guess it's the only chance I've got. Maybe it'll be different this time. I was never a saint before. I can't believe I'm agreeing to this, but I'll give it a try. You go launch the rockets. I'm on my way to Novak.
Alright, Chris, have fun in Novak, buddy. Unfortunately, I was hoping on leveling up before I got to this point, but it turns out that just isn't the case. Alright, so we've made it back inside to the upper part of the test facility, going through the hallway, and then the door that was previously locked is now unlocked and available to us. We just head out here. And like I said, my science probably is not high enough to actually help the rockets not get destroyed. I can check real quick. Unfortunately, no. So, if you had a magazine or a character that was capable of 55 science, you could access this console, correct the course, get extra karma, get extra XP. But unfortunately, my character is stupid, so we're just gonna press button. Okay, my game's super glitched. So what was supposed to have happened there is whenever I hit the button, Ride of the Valkyries was supposed to start playing over the intercom system, the dome opens up, and then the rockets shoot out of the dome, and one of them hits a piece of the mountain and gets knocked off its course, and they don't land where they're supposed to. But apparently in my universe, nothing happened. We completed the quest though, so as far as the game is concerned, we did it. But we all know the truth, so there's the level up I needed about 30 seconds ago. So now we're here. I'm gonna get guns to 50, speech to 40, repair to 27, and science to 37. Now we're getting into the part of the game where there are perks that actually matter slightly. Intense Training is always going to be a fan favorite, I can take that whenever. But now we have access to Bloody Mess, which is an extra 5% damage with all weapons. That's probably what I'm going to take, because why would I not? But like I said, quest is done as far as the game is concerned. As far as I'm concerned and you guys are concerned, nothing happened, so now we are going to go back to Novak. Can I fast travel from this place? Is it technically outside? Nope, of course not. Alright, I'll meet you guys back in Novak. Alright, so now we are back in Novak, and as you can see, Chris has made it here, and conveniently for the point I'm about to make, he's walking towards one of the bedrooms. What bedroom would that be? It's Manny Vargas's room. And he just lives here now. I don't know if canonically him and Manny are gay? Presumably so, because he's sleeping in Manny's bed. Yeah, I don't care, Chris. Can I sleep? Nope. That is just a bed that we can't access, but Chris can, so I guess we're just left to assume that Manny and Chris are lovers now? I don't know. Before, whenever I came in here, I had a theory that Chris just slept in Manny's room because there are 3 beds in here, and they're just available. They're not owned by anybody, so they were just free beds that he could sleep in, but no, he is sleeping in Manny's bed, so Boone, the shadows on your face make you look extra unhappy. But, back out into Novak proper, that's all I have for this episode. In terms of raw recording, it's a long episode. Like I said earlier, Editor Tuck, have fun, dumbass. But as far as anything else goes, next episode, we're going to try to progress the plot. We're going to make our way towards somewhere new. Victor, glad to see you're still here, buddy. Until then, though, boys and girls, if you enjoyed the episode, leave that like and sub down below, and then I will see you next time. Pizza.